Have you guys ever been walking to your Walmart and you look to the left as you're walking in, you see this green kiosk, EcoATM, and wondered, what is that and how can it make me some money? Well, don't you worry, I tested every device I could think of so you don't have to. We got modern Androids, we got iPhones, we got cardboard phones, and even some fake phones from Temu, just to see what the device does, how much it'll offer us, and see if we can make some money back on these devices, because Lord knows I need it. Now up first, I wanted to try a phone that you legitimately might have laying around your house and thinking like, oh, it's just collecting dust, let's take it to Walmart and see what the kiosk gives us. So this is a Galaxy J3, on eBay, I don't know, they sell for like $5, so really nothing at all. To cut to the chase, you basically select which phone you have, does it work, it prints you out a little label that you stick on the back of the phone, eventually the case will open up, it'll give you the right cable for whichever phone type you selected, and then you just plug your phone in, lay it down where it tells you to, and it scans if, the phone seems to be what you said it was. After that, it'll close the door, scan the phone for a while, and after you wait an eternity, it will give you an amazing offer of $1. Boys, we live in the dream with this one. You choose how you want to get paid. I think it's interesting you can get Venmo'd. And then things get really weird. It wants to check my ID. Okay. Then the machine decides it's time to take a selfie. I guess it uses this to compare against your ID photo. That's interesting. And then it finally decides it's going to throw your cash out at you. This seriously took like 90 plus seconds for it to figure out how to send us $1, but eventually we got it. And yeah, that's the whole process. If you're just trying to trade in some old junk phones you don't really care about, I guess it works fine. Now up next, I'm going to try the Pixel 7a. Now this is just, a standard phone that we use here in the office every day. And my goal here is just to find out what a decently spec'd phone gets you at an EcoATM. We put it in the device, we plug it in, and it takes a little while to scan everything and gives us an offer of $43. Now on eBay, these go for like $120, $130, somewhere around there. So a third of the value, come on now. Is this really the best case scenario you can expect for your phone at an EcoATM? Now up next was a very interesting phone. A while back, we bought a phone from this exact Walmart for $29.99. Makes me think you might be able to sell the phone to the EcoATM and might think it's a fancier device than what it really is. You might make a bit of profit, eh? Now this little scheme I have is immediately out the window because for some reason this phone took actually 5 minutes to turn on. I don't know what was happening. Eventually when the phone woke up, it was all fine from there though. And eventually gave us our offer of $5. Yeah, so unfortunately, if you want to try out my little scheme, you're going to lose $25 per phone, so probably not a good idea. But then something happened that we probably should have expected.
How you doing today?
Yep, that was a cop that was talking to us. Now don't you worry, your boy's not going to prison yet. It's okay, he was super nice. I think one of the Walmart employees essentially saw us standing there at the kiosk with a box of phones and said, yeah, that's a little suspicious. I think they're selling stolen phones. And the cop just wanted to make sure that that wasn't the case. In fact, he only really wanted to know if the EcoATM was a worthwhile investment for him to get rid of some of his old phones he had. To which all I had to say was, no, don't do that, sell it on eBay, do anything that isn't trading into the EcoATM kiosk. Don't do it. All right, guys, it's time to get a little crazy. Up next is the Tank 3 Pro. If you somehow missed this video, here's a little clip from it so you can get an idea what this thing is. Is turning on projection avoid eyes? Wait, what? There it goes! Oh, it's literally just like projecting what's on the phone. The camping light. The camping light is absurd, right? Let's turn that on again. Yeah, this is absurd, especially I found out you double tap here. It goes super bright. That, if I look into, I'll go blind instantly, I'm pretty sure. Now, we did run into a little bit of a problem with this phone. I think this is why the kiosk recommends you take off your cases. When I went to go plug it in, it like barely could go into the slot to charge the phone or, detect if it was an Android or whatever. And even then, it was like really barely hanging on in the little clip. This phone is too big for this machine, clearly. I also thought it'd be fun to turn on the camping light while it scans the phone, because, I don't know, gotta give it a little bit of a challenge, right? It looks like your phone was placed funny. Uh-oh. That's all right. It's probably because of the flashlight. Let's turn that off and try again. Oh man, we like broke the cable now too. What is going on? But all right, something we did the trick because it actually started scanning the phone this time. It took it a while, but when it finally pulled up the offer, $5. Guys, this phone is $700. What are you talking about? Wait, what is this? Is this an EcoATM WP5? I can make more money off this phone, starting a business with it where I project movies and have everyone pay me $1 to come watch them. Is that legal? Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was this little error message on screen the entire time when we walked up on the machine. It just said this, failed to start APC PBE agent service. I don't know. Every time we hit it, it made a little Windows sound and it just kept coming back up. So I just moved it out of the way. Anyway, it was time to try this TikTok Shop S24 phone next. And of course, it's an S24, so we had to pick Samsung. And then we went ahead and hooked up the device to the machine, let it scan it. And here we go. What does it think it is? Unknown fake iPhone 14 Pro Max. Close. It's not an iPhone, but fake phone? Yeah, I would say so. The saddest part is that we paid $130 for this phone on TikTok Shop, and it's offering us $1. It's kind of a slap in the face, don't you think? That's all right. We have another one of these, very legit phones. This is an S25 from Temu. Sure enough, we went ahead and hit Samsung, slapped a label on there, let the machine take a look at it. And what's it gonna say? Unknown fake Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. This one's a bit closer. It says S25 in the listing, so I don't know where this machine got the S22 from. Why does it think they're fake though? They're not fake, they're just from very sketchy, definitely legit websites. All right, up next we have the last of our very legit phones. This is a tiny S25, but we went ahead and hooked it up to the machine, let it scan the phone, and what's it gonna be? An unknown fake Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra again. Now this phone and the last phone don't really look similar, but I guess they're both S22s. That's news to me. Anyway, it offered $1 again, so yeah, you know I'm not gonna accept that. All right, up next I have a real fake phone to throw at the kiosk. If you missed out on yesterday's video, this is an iPhone XS Max inside of an iPhone 16 Pro Max case. But what is the machine gonna think of this one? I think this might trick it, honestly. Will the machine also call this a fake S25 Ultra? After a while of scanning, what's this? Apple iPhone XS Max 6. That's almost correct. What the heck is a Max 6? Maybe detecting some kind of like Chinese spyware still on the phone, and that's the way it had to communicate that to us. I have no idea. Anyway, it only offered $58. A XS Max like this should go for like $150. But we paid $300 for this stupid thing. All right, anyway, on to something much more legit, right? We have this folding phone from AliExpress. Now, folding phones, you know, they're very expensive, $1,000+. We paid $18 for this one, so I'm really hoping we can get a good, profit off of this device. Which way does your phone fold? Yes, top to bottom, clearly. I'm not seeing our brand on here. I guess other brand will work. Surprisingly, hooking up this phone was completely fine. I just had to pick mass storage, and it went ahead and started scanning. Nothing seemed to be amiss yet. And then eventually it said it was a unknown fake iPhone 14 Pro Max again. Oh, okay. Like, come on now. This looks nothing like an iPhone. It's not a Pro Max. This thing's tiny. How can this be a Pro Max? And wait a minute. iPhone doesn't even make a folding phone. I selected folding phone. This is all a scam. All right, up next, it's time to start moving on to things that are a little bit, beyond phones. This is like a weird smartwatch phone hybrid thing we picked up for like 90 bucks. Which brand is your phone? Other Android? I don't know. Please remove your phone's case. All right. All right, we went ahead and connected the device up. It seemed to be going fine so far. Unfortunately, we kept trying the device over and over again, but it just kept coming up with this error. Something in my test compartment isn't quite right. I don't know what was wrong with this thing, but it couldn't figure out what the device was. All right, up next is this iPhone inside of a calculator. This video is insane. You definitely have to go watch it if you haven't seen it yet. Yes, it is indeed an iPhone. Yeah, it's working just fine. Remove the case. I guess that'll work. Just slap that sticker right on the back of the calculator. Now, I had a little bit of a problem plugging the device in because, as you can see, the charging port is like a little odd, and you can't quite fit the thick cable they provide in there. So yeah, this wasn't gonna work, unfortunately. But that's all right. I really wanted to see what the device thought of my amazing iPhone calculator, so I went ahead and let it scan the device. Unfortunately, this was another device where it just, for the life of it, could not figure out what was happening inside of its test compartment right now. All right, up next, we're really getting wild. I'm pulling out the pen phone. Yes, you heard me, it really does work like a pen. Now let's see what the EcoATM machine thinks of it. Wow, look at that, it just connects right up, no problem. Wait, what does this say? This looks like an Apple Watch, which I don't accept right now. What? You're telling me we literally put inside of the device a smartwatch earlier and it couldn't figure this out? We put a pen phone in there and it's like, no, that is for sure an Apple Watch. All right, guys, last but not least, I had the ultimate tech device to try out in the EcoATM. A custom-made cardboard iPhone. Why, yes, it is an iPhone. Yes. Oh, man, it doesn't power on. That's a shame. Yes, I have removed the case. Oh, time to stick the sticker on the back of our Apple phone. Yeah, we went ahead and stuck our cardboard phone inside the compartment. We let it scan the phone for a little bit and... Wait, that's not an error. It says it's an Alcatel One-Touch Pop Mega parentheses. Hey guys, look at this. They're gonna pay me $1 for my creation. All this phone cost me was like 7 minutes of my time to make it. Okay, but seriously, don't try this. This is a really dumb idea. They scan your ID when you try to get money from the machine, okay? They will find you. And don't worry, I did not sell our amazing cardboard phone to the kiosk. The only phone we actually did sell was that very first one you saw. I just can't believe the kiosk thought that this thing was a phone. If you want to see me do more terrible things to kiosks, you'll probably really like this video where I mess around with some red boxes. But wait, before you do that, you gotta subscribe to Smokin Silicon, comment down below which phone I tested out was your favorite, and like the video, of course. I'll see you next time, bye-bye.